it after 18 laps to go into the 19th lap and have that happen. Nice to see this youngster back in action. He has 2 heat wins to his career, none in the 97 season, but he's looking. Number 97 out of Escalon, Tad Bowles. Inside to number 36, he's got a 97 heat win on the record. Out of Manteca, Mike Norris. Upside to the number 83 out of the big city of Oakley. 6 heat wins so far this season, and an amazing 19 to his career. Kellen Chadwick. Inside to number 17 with 2 heat wins to his credit for this season. Out of Martinez, Nick DiCarlo. Up to the upside, the youngster that's been on a rampage lately, winning them all. Out of Ripon, he has 3 season heat wins to date. This is Brandon Carey. And on the inside, front row for the first heat, out of Riverbank, with 4 heat wins to himself. Also this year, this is young Chris Green. Alrighty, we got him side by side, lights out. Nathan Swoboda down on the track itself with the flags in his hands. He shows them the green, they're gone. Whoa, and Carey and Chadwick throw the keys on the desk and check out. Young Brandon Carey just got a hold of the point lead a week or so ago, and he's fighting to keep it. 6 points to win a heat, 4 points per second. That's 2 more if he keeps out in front. We've got the 17 of DiCarlo in trouble off of turn 4, and the yellow flag is exposed. Single file coming around once again. Black man looks, he shows him the green. Chadwick had a look but couldn't pull it off. Carey's still in control. Carey, Chadwick, and Green in your top 3 as they come off the turn number 4, white flag, final lap. And hauling in 6 more points towards that championship drive. Your winner, the number 30 out of Ripon, Brandon Carey. Finishing second in the 83 out of Oakley, Kellen Chadwick. Third place goes to the number 41 out of Riverbank, Chris Green. And your fourth and final point position to the number 36 out of Manteca, Mike Norris. Race number 2 for the box stock division. At the back of the pack in the number 45 with 2 heat wins for the year out of Acampo, Jeff Sullivan. We move move up to the number 9 out of Stockton, Calvin King. There sits the 92 out of Stockton, Kathy Blackwell. Inside, partially hidden in the number 3 out of Oakley, Travis Chadwick. Outside with 6 heat wins on the year from Stockton in the number 0 cart, Michael Brooks Jr. Inside, front row, number 93 out of Manteca, James Carpenter. Coming around, looking him over, throws the green, says, go get him. The restart flag flies. Looked like the 3 of Travis Chadwick, the 45 of Jeff Sullivan. Got together over there in turn 1 and 2. And they get them fired up and ready to go. And we got a green. Young Michael Brooks charges out to the front. Brooks, Carpenter, Blackwell, your top 3. Michael Brooks on his own, trying to keep pace with Brandon Carey to win this heat race. Off of turn 4, you lead the 0 car, sees that white flag. Look out! And your winner in the 0 out of Stockton, Michael Brooks Jr. Running second, the 93 out of Manteca, James Carpenter. Third to the 92 out of Stockton, Kathy Blackwell. And fourth is number 9 out of Stockton, Calvin King. .600 multi-division heat forming up. There's the 25 in the back straightaway. Out of Larimore, Scott Clark. The number 15 out of Tracy, Ken Ryan. 94 out of Merced, Dennis Crump. 42 out of Elk Grove, Troy Machado. And 93 out of Merced, Stephen Williams. looks strong. He may be able to catch him. Your winner out of Tracy, his first heat of the season, number 15, Ken Rhymes. Second at the checkered flag in the 25 out of Livermore, Scott Clark. Third place to the number 93 out of Merced of Stephen Williams. And fourth at the 42 out of Elk Grove, Troy Machado. Modified division for their heat race. There's the 66 out of Stockton, Papa Nichols. The 14 out of Pleasanton, Barry Reese Jr. The 4 out of Castro Valley, Buffalo Tosh. 41 out of Pleasanton, Brian Jorgensen. The 24 out of Fremont, Greg Dennett. The 25 out of Fremont, Todd Dennett. Portage up in front. Dennett slides into second. Dennett. Greg Dennett now in third. White flag, final lap. And your winner in the number 4 out of Castro Valley, wire to wire, over the post, Buck Botosh. Second to the 25 out of Fremont, Todd Dennett. And third to his brother out of Fremont, Greg Dennett. And fourth to the 14-car, Barry Prees Jr. Race number 2 over here at turn number 1, car 10 out of Napa, Garrett Andrews. Number 13 out of Concord, Eric Ferreira. Number 22 out of San Jose, Derek Overcamp. Number 1 out of Livermore, Chuck Vernon Jr. And the 72 ride out of Campbell, Mike Schreiber. Lights out. Black man's looking. Second heat, 250 coming around. We got a green. Mike Schreiber at the front, Eric Ferreira second, Chuck Gurney Jr. in the third spot. Keeping close all the way around. Your winner in the 72 out of Campbell, Mike Schreiber. Second to the number 1 out of Livermore, Chuck Gurney Jr. Third to the number 13 out of Concord, Eric Ferreira. And fourth to the number 10 out of Napa, Garrett Andrews. Dwarf car division up for its heat. Number 50 inside pole out of Antica, Ryan Philpott. Next to him is over there out of Tracy, Charlie Correa. We get a green flag. Come off the turn 4. The number 1 car out of Mountain View, John Bynum. And the number 41 out of Alberta, Michael Corbridge. Gets a piece of that front straightaway wall, but he seems to be okay, still running so far. And look out, look out. That was a zig when it should have been a zag. The 50 of Ryan Philpott gets spun around sideways over there. The 41 of Corbridge takes the high road. Number 1 of Bynum says, I don't know where he's going, but I'll follow him, and he just didn't get up there quick enough. So he does a nose-to-nose against the 50 of Philpott. Lights out, black man's looking, 4 down, we got a green, we're gone. Flag, final lap. And your winner in the 00 out of Tracy, Charlie Correa. Second to the 41 out of Alberta, Michael Corbridge. Third to the number 50 out of Manteca, Ryan Philpott. And fourth to the number 1 out of Mountain View, John Bynum. Box stock division, 15-lap main event formed up in the front straightaway. Back of the pack, number 97, sponsored by Escalon Feed out of Escalon, Tad Bowles. Number 17, sponsored by DeCarlo's Auto Repair and Busby Motorsports out of Martinez, Nick DeCarlo. Number 9, sponsored by Miracle Auto Painting, Delta Charger Service, GMT, Mayo Diesel Repair, G&M Diesel, and Mayo Construction out of Stockton, Calvin King. Number 36, sponsored by Green Racing, Dual Fabrication, and Houston Cycle out of Manteca, Mike Norris. The Zero Ride, sponsored by Stockton Auto Supply, Trailkill Auto Service, and Grand Auto Sales out of Stockton. Second in points, Mike Brooks Jr. Number 30, sponsored by the Screen Shop, Tracy Chevrolet, Almond Valley Chiropractic, Vernon Transportation Company, and Cabral Western Motors. Your point leader out of Ripon, Brandon Carey. Number 93, sponsored by GB Industrial Spray, 99 Recyclers, The White House, Manteca Service Center, McSperrin Auto Glass, Tin and T-shirts, Janitorial Services, Professional Appliance Installers, and Maxi Loop with Fresno out of Manteca, James Carpenter. Number 83, sponsored by Oakley Stern Drive, Oakley Cleaners, and Pro Motorsports. Third in points out of Oakley, Kellen Chadwick. Number 92, sponsored by Conley's Locksmith, The Auto Stop, American Home Mortgage, Right Way Cleaners, and Sidelines out of Stockton, Kathy Blackwell. And on the pole for the 15-lap feature, the number 41, sponsored by Green Racing, Dual Fabrication, and Houston Cycle out of Riverbank, Chris Green. The lights are out, flag man waits. The green is out. And up the corner, number 92, Kathy Blackwell will get credit for leading that first lap. Yellow flag. '17, Nick DiCarlo with a problem on the back straightaway. They're trying to get him back out. Here they come. Kathy Blackwell leading him around. Kellen Chadwick makes the move into turn 1, takes the outside route. He'll come around the lead, lap number 3. Michael Brooks trying his best to find a line past Kathy Blackwell, but she's not going to give him any ground. So if you want it, you take it. Brandon Carey up into the 4th slot, and Brooks slides high. And we get him tangled up on the back straightaway, the 97 of Tad Bowles, 36 of Mike Norris, and we have a yellow flag on the front straightaway. got a green. And from the flag area on the front straightaway, we should see a green, then a white, then a checkered. Kellen Chadwick slows the pace down the back straightaway, brings him around. We got a green. And your winner in the number 83, out of Oakley, Kellen Chadwick. Running second in the number 30, out of Ripon, Brandon Carey. Third to the 93, out of Manteca, James Carpenter. Fourth to the number 9, out of Stockton, Calvin King. And fifth to the 36, out of Manteca, Mike Norris. .600 multi-sprint. Trophy dash on the front straightaway. Back in the pack, the number 42 out of Elk Grove, Troy Machado. Outside front row with 2 dash wins to his credit this year. Now living in Livermore, Scott Clark. Inside on the pole in the number 15 ride out of Tracy, Ken Rhines. Lights out. Flag man's waiting on him right now. Here they come. We got a green. Exactly like they started. Your winner in the number 15 out of Tracy, Ken Rhines. Second to the 25 out of Livermore, Scott Clark. And third to the 42 out of Elk Grove, Troy Machado. There's the 22 out of San Jose, Derek Overcamp. The 14 out of Pleasanton, Barry Freeze Jr. They're followed by the 24 out of Fremont of Greg Dennett, and joined by the number 10 out of Napa, Garrett Andrews. time in his career as far as dashes are concerned. The number 14 out of Pleasanton, Barry Freeze Jr. Second, the 22 out of San Jose, Derek Overcamp. Third to the 24 out of Fremont, Greg Dennett. And finishing last to the number 10 out of Napa, Garrett Andrews. Dwarf car division. Inside front row, the number 1 out of Mountain View, John Bynum. Next to him, the 00 out of Tracy, Charlie Correa. Then the 41 out of Alberta, Michael Corbridge. And the 50 out of Antigua, Ryan Philpott. Philpott and Correa both have a dash win this season so far in the dwarf car competition. So the outside row has them, the inside row wants them. To his heat event win earlier, the 00 out of Tracy, Charlie Correa. Second to the 41 of Michael Corbridge. Third to the number 1 of John Bynum. And finishing last to the number 50, Ryan Philpott. Sportsman dash, the number 66 out of French Camp, Pete Paulson, the 21 out of Stockton, Don Kennedy, the 58 out of Stockton, Fred Clement, the 0 out of Stockton, Mike Brooks Sr. Lights out, flag man's watching them as they come through 3 and 4, they pick up the speed, he shows them the green. Working low through turns 3 and 4. Brings it to the front. White flag. And your winner in the 58, Fred Clement. Second to the 66 of Pete Paulson. Third to the 0 of Mike Brooks. And fourth to the 21 of Don Kennedy. Mini stock dash. Here's the 93 and the 24. Brother combinations out of Antigua. The 93 is Jamie Carpenter, the 24, Barry Carpenter. The back row, the number 10 out of Lathrop, Angelo Carollo, and he's flanked by your incoming point leader and defending champion, the 61 out of Manteca, Guy Gabor. Alrighty, lights out. Mini stock division, trophy dash, coming around, get ready, they're gone. Antigua, Jamie Carpenter. Second place to 61, Guy Gabor. Third to the number 24, Barry Carpenter. And fourth to the number 10, Angelo Carollo. Stock division heat race, the 52, Mike Soysev, the 32, Matt Borges, the 79, Casey Tinnen. The 2-car, I've been told, is Don Freeze out of Sacramento. The 60 out of Banta, Mark Borges. Now they do their very best to tie my poor little tongue in knots. We have Matt and Mark Borges in the same race. And they're joined by the 93 of Jamie Carpenter. First mini stock heat set for 8 laps. Lights out. Mark Vincelette looks him over from the front straightaway area, holds the green behind his back. Slow and easy to pick up the pace. He shows the green. Restart flag flies. The 2 of Don Freeze and the 79 of Casey Tinnen. Lock those bumpers together off of turn 3 and 4. They can't shake free, and both cars go around as a result. And at the last instance, they break free on their own. And we get the lineup complete. Lights out, coming around, picking up the RPM, green's out, we're gone. Jamie Carpenter comes around with the lead. Casey Tinnen slides up in second. Mark Borges in the 3rd spot. Uh-oh, uh-oh. The 60 of Mark Borges. Got her a little sideways over there in turn 1. Then a little more sideways in turn 1. And then a little more than that. And pretty soon, his brother come along in the 32 and says, "Yo, bro, take this." Kind of sends him on around. The yellow comes out. cars left, coming around. Green's out. That's a drag race there, folks. His previous dash win, 93 out of Manteca, Jamie Carpenter. Running second in the 60 car out of Anta, Mark Borges. Third to the 32, his brother out of Anta, Matt Borges. And the fourth and final point position to the 79 out of Manteca, Casey Tinnen. Race number 2 forming up, the 47 of Aaron Schenkel, the 23 of Virginia Patterson, the 45 of Don Beck, the 33 of Darwin Davis, and the 10 of Angelo Carollo. Mark Vitzelet, our flagman, has the light out. They can bring him in slow and easy, pace him side by side as best they can. He got a green. Riding high, leaving that door, 10 car Carollo. And Angelo gets it in there. They run side by side through 3 and 4, or 2 and 3, and Carollo takes the lead down the back straightaway into the second position. Schenkel, Carollo, Davis, Beck, and Patterson. Carollo gaining ground on the Schenkel car. Angelo looking to get that dash win. And the yellow comes out. Get down that front straightaway. The 47 of Aaron Schenkel pointing the wrong way off of turn number 2. There's kind of a double rule as far as spins and hits and stuff like that. If you're back in the pack in action, a decision is made as to whether you actually caused the man to spin out or you helped him to spin out. But there is a rule that says flat, black and white. If your contact spins the leader, it's an automatic to the back. There is no decision on whether it could have been, should have been, would have been. It's an automatic back of the pack penalty to spin the leader. So if you spin the second place man, they'll have to make a decision. Here they come. Don Beck. Carollo trying to get back up to that number 3 spot as they come around. White flag, final lap. Not enough time. And your winner in the number 45 out of Stockton, Don Beck. Second to the 47 of Stockton, Aaron Schenkel. Third to the number 10 out of Lathrop, Angelo Carollo. And in the fourth and final point slot, the number 33 out of French Kent, Darwin Davis. Heat number 3. Here's the 4 of Sean Layton. 6 of Sam Larry. The 61 of Guy Moore. The 24 of Barry Carpenter. The 26 of Les Brennan. And the 49 of Larry Bowles. Final heat for the mini stock. We got a green. Restart lap. Lights out. Black man waits. Sean Layton will bring him around. We got a green. Layton and Solari side by side so far. Pulling out some power from somewhere in that little VW. Battle at the front between Layton and Solari. Gabor by in the meanwhile slides to third, starting to gain ground. Solari to the inside, he takes the lead down the back chute. Down the back straightaway, takes over second place. Gabor looking to the inside. Solari cuts him no slack. Off the turn four, white flag, final lap. Gabor takes it to the outside. And your winner, the number 6 out of Manteca, Sam Solari. Second to the fellow Manteca driver, the number 61, Guy Gabor. Third to the number 4, also out of Manteca, Sean Layton. And the final position, another Manteca driver, the 24, Barry Carpenter. Sportsman Division Heat Race. Off of turn 3 in the number 77, first time out in the car here this year out of Manteca, Sean Layton. Behind him out of Stockton, the 21, the 71 of Scott Gilligan. Then the 21 of Don Kennedy. Here's the 66 out of Lathrop, Pete Paulson. And then 2 Stockton drivers, the 58 of Fred Clement, the 0 of Mike Brooks, and the 27 of John Pack, running in this division for the first time. One more time, slow and easy into 3. Here comes the pace. We got a green. Pete Paulson at the front. Fred Clement moving at him in second. Paulson, Clement, Brooks, and Kennedy, your top four. Paulson slows, Brooks takes advantage, goes to the inside, Clement trying to follow through. Contact comes out of the 66, doesn't make it through. And Brooks takes over the lead. Car out of Stockton, Mike Brooks Sr. Second to the 66, Pete Paulson. Third to the 58, Fred Clement. And fourth to the 21, Don Kennedy. Alrighty, we have our participants all lined up on the front straightaway. And they will first go over to the box stock division to recognize the top three finishers in the box stock main event. And this is Krista Robinson, age 11 and a half. Going to be doing the honors. She moves over to the what should be the third place finisher if they're lined up correctly. Third place finisher out of Manteca, James Carpenter. And she swings over to the number 30 box stock driver. Current point leader as of last week on a ribbon, that is Brandon Carey. And she steps up to the top scale for tonight's winner, the number 83 out of Oakley, Kellen Chadwick. Main event win number 5 in the season and the 15th for his career in box stock action here at Delta. And our thanks to Krista Robinson for her duties as box stock trophy girl. And we switch to Valentia Stockdale, who moves down to our sportsman division winner. That is the number 58 out of Stockton, Fred Clement. And a quick look at my records tell me that this is dash win number 1 for young Fred. So that fills in the vacant hole on his resume. We move then down to the dwarf car division. There's Smiling Charlie Correa down there out of Tracy, Charlie's high performance machine. That is the second dash win and the 7th of his career in dwarf cars here at Delta. It's a guy that could roll his car from turn 4 to turn 1, totally destroy it, get out, wave to the crowd, and continue to smile. A nice guy. And we move down to the mini stock division to the 93 car. This is his second dash win of the year. This is Jamie Carpenter. And he obviously is the father of James in the box stock. In fact, young James is standing down there. All right, Valentia then moves down to the 600 division. The winner there, out of Tracy, the number 15, Ken Rhines. And if my records are correct also, this is the first dash win for Ken here at Delta in the 600 division. And we move down to our last participant in the 250 division. The number 14 out of Pleasanton, Barry Prees Jr., and this is his first dash event win. Everybody smiles. And I'll switch back to the 93 real quick. I had a special request from Jamie Carpenter there to make sure that this was dedicated, this dash win was dedicated to the boys on his crew. And I'm glad to see that because the boys on his crew need something dedicated to them. I've seen how he treats them. Back in the pack, 93 pulling up there, sponsored by Major Cisco, U.S. Rentals of Merced, Met Glass Fiberglass, Racers Warehouse, Mighty Muffler, Frida's Auto Records, Dow Hammond Truck Sales, and Ideal Leasing of Modesto. Third in points out of Merced, Stephen Williams. The number 42, sponsored by The Udder Place, FRE, Elk Grove Dairy Service, and Damn Wings out of Elk Grove, Troy Machado. The outside in the number 94. That's a brand new car, by the way. Sponsored by U.S. Rentals of Madera, Racing Warehouse, Met Glass Fiberglass, and Caton's Auto Machine out of Merced, Dennis Crump. Outside front row, number 25, sponsored by Uncle Jed's Fabrication and Bill Montgomery Enterprises. Your point leader out of Livermore, Scott Clark. On the pole in the number 15, sponsored by J.D. Enterprises, Slide Mountain Guest Ranch, The Screen Shop, Tracy Muffler, Rass Detail Center, and Tammy's Room Additions. Out of Tracy, Ken Rhines. .600 Malta Division main event is scheduled for 15 laps. 15 laps. Lights out. Flagman waits.